What's up, everybody? Today we're going to do the work on yet another video. Before we do, I need you to destroy that subscribe button like somebody's trying to steal your money. Are they knocked out yet? Okay, cool. Let's get into the video.
You can spot a sucker from a mile away.
Okay.
You can spot a real person from a mile away. Yeah. And I'm trying to avoid from using
other terminology?
Other terminology that can't go on YouTube.
I'm gonna have to learn
you know
that
what I'm
myself.
saying? But I'm filtering my convo, but I'm also emphasizing, like, how can you, or what gives you the notion to rank the type of men that you come in contact with on a day-to-day, and what makes you respect them?
If I can be completely transparent, I feel like ever since I put out my book in 2018, there was definitely a decline in interest, like DM wise. And I think now...
I'm gonna go ahead and stop it super quick. So she's talking about in 2018, she released a book and she just said there's a decline in interest. This is gonna be a very bad combination for Brittany because 2018, roughly what, 4 years ago? I'm not quite sure how old she is, but let's find out super quick. Okay, so I see she's 29 years old, born February 26th of 1992. So she's a bit older than me. But that being said, if she's 29 years old and she's having issues from her book back in 2018, she's going to be in a very bad position because we know women, when they are younger, they're just going to get a lot more play. As they start approaching that 30 marker, it's going to be a very tough time for them. And I actually have a personal story that I want to give you guys, but let's get back into the video for now and let's see what else they have to say. I'm very interested in what's going on in this interview.
I've been painted as such a villain and I leaned into that role. There are a lot of men that fear me. Like, I'll see them in my story views, you know what I mean? But it's like nobody's really going out of their way to pursue me. I think it's really different being a woman in that situation versus like my baby daddy, you know? Women will flock to him and not think twice of it. But to me, because I use my mouth, because I am on platforms, because I tell the truth, a lot of men want to steer clear of that. So dating and like where it is now, there's not a lot of people that are like, hey, I'm interested, by the way. And you would think like guys are horny, at least they want to fuck, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it there. So yeah, I'm absolutely right. So let's talk about the biological component first, and this is the story that I was telling you guys about. So she's 29 years old. I'm 29. My birthday's in December. But here's the kicker. Every girl that I've dated, and I've been in a relationship for about 5 years now, but every girl that I've dated that's relative to my age, so anywhere from like 27 to 32, give or take, they have all, the ones that are single, they have all done a major switch up on how they deal with men. And I get so many texts from these ladies about like, hey, I missed you. What are you up to? We should meet up. I've always thought that you were the one and that you got away, etc., etc. But they were so busy in their youth, you know, playing the field, having fun, hot girl summer. We all know how that goes, that they missed their opportunity for me. I've been, like I said, in a relationship for 5 years. I don't plan to change that. My girlfriend's super awesome. And some of them did have a shot, but they were too busy wasting their good years. I got my girl at 22, right? So she was still in her prime, and I got the best years out of her. Of course, I'm gonna pick her over those ladies. But relating back to what she said that her and PJ, it's a different situation that they're in. Now, let's take out the book component. Yeah, of course, there's going to be a difference of how society is going to treat PJ versus how society is going to treat her. PJ, a man with ample money in that situation, has the bag. Women are going to flock to that. They don't care what kind of baby mama drama that Brittany has in the media. They literally don't care. They're trying to extract resources from him the same way that she did when she got child support, alimony, etc. However, in Brittany's shoes, she's the one doing the extracting. So men aren't going to want to have to deal with that, let alone a version of her that's no longer in her prime. She's going to be approaching that 30 marker quite literally very soon. Give it 14 more days and she hits the 30 marker. So of course her DMs are going to be dried up. Is it fair? It's not up for me to say, but this is just reality. I like to talk about how things are versus how things should be, but let's get back into the video.
No, it's really Sahara Desert in this bitch. Like, in my prom, I used to wake up to like a bunch of good morning texts. It's like now, it's just me, and I feel like at this point in my life, that's what I need because I've always put men and love before me, and it's like now I have no choice but to like sit down and like, where am I going? Like, who is Brittany Renner? Like, what makes me happy? You know? So there's not a lot of guys. Yeah.
Okay, all right, look. But can you blame them though? And let's keep it funky now.
Okay.
Let's keep it funky. Like,
blame them for what?
I'm Cam Newton.
All right. So he's saying he's Cam Newton, aka he is a high value guy. He has ample money, just like PJ. Irrelevant to who has more money, but he has a platform, he has prestige, and he has money. He's going to give the point of view, I'm assuming, of what a high value guy thinks about her particular situation. So let's see.
Right?
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie. I'm not about to hit no DM with no Brittany talking about, hey, yo, what's good, what's popping? Where you at? You in Atlanta? I see you in Atlanta. Boom. Slide through.
But why not?
Because it's a liability.
Because I don't want to end up in your book. Because in a lot of ways, real spill, I felt like you had to do what's best for you, and you did, and you capitalized on it. But that was to the discretion of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And whether you felt like that was what you needed to do to get on, I'm saying that from a person in my seat, it's like, damn, she pretty, bad, gorgeous, well represented, but I gotta walk lightly. Because she ain't just like no other Instagram model that's...
Exactly, and what guy with like a sea of options, because what we know is that the majority of women, like 80% plus, wants to be with like the top 10% men. Saying 20% is fairly generous because the average woman, when you ask them what they want in a man, they near push like 1% or even lower than that. So yeah, she's a terrible option for these men, and in her mind it's that they're intimidated by the book and the things that she's done and doing, but really it's more of a liability on their part. They do not want to put themselves in that hostile social situation that they have to walk on eggshells in hopes that they don't want or that they won't be put in the book. You know, it's probably the same as someone dating Taylor Swift. They know that they might end up in a song. Who wants that? Nobody. So I definitely see where Cam's coming from, and you're hearing it from objectively a high value man in Cam Newton, and I think she's getting a little bit of the game right now. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it off on that note. Let me know what you guys think about that Brittany's particular situation. Do you think it's because of the book? Do you think it's because of her age? Do you think it's a combination of both those things? I would like to know what you guys think in the description below. And until next time, peace.